Hey, does it work now? Can you guys hear me now? Yay! That was crazy. Can you hear me now? Okay, so that was really crazy. I think I chose the wrong one. Oh, thank goodness. And hopefully, okay, so can somebody double check for me that when I toggle between the different screens that it's not changing to a different mic or sounding like really muffled in one instance and then not in the other? I am so sorry about this, guys. I see Captain's outside. Hi, babe. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, Kendra Morgan official here. And we are duping the vibes of the Chipotle palette. I don't know about you, but is that your phone, Captain? Okay, so perfect. Okay, I wanted to stream using my actual microphone, so sorry, it took me a second, and I grabbed the wrong mic that was actually muted, so I'm sorry. I apologize for that, guys. I will write that. Actually, what I do is I write down notes as I, as I learn things, so that's just kind of what I do, and it's the Real Tech Audio R. Okay, so I have like another one linked in there, but all right. And I accidentally clicked on that one instead. So I thought we would dupe the vibes of the Chipotle palette. I don't know about any of you, but I was a little bit salty after getting this one because I was like, I might just wait a day or two, see what happens, watch a couple reviews, because e.l.f. isn't like really like an exclusive brand and it's not amazing and whatnot. So I thought, let me just wait and watch the reviews from the people who get it in PR. And I swear that the only people that got this palette were the ones that were in PR, because I know of no one, absolutely no one that has gotten this palette that doesn't create content or doesn't show it off somewhere. So I was a little salty after that one. But, I let it go. And that's kind of where this idea of duping the vibes of past long gone palettes come from. Oh my goodness, Stephen, yes. So we just work through IT issues. We just work through IT issues. So thank you so much for all of you who are joining me. I'm going to go into the chat now and say hi to everybody. Can I even do that? I don't even know. Like, I don't know. It doesn't even let me. But I know Steven's here and Justin is here. That's my husband, for you guys who don't know. That is my husband. Actually, to this day, we are celebrating 10 years of being married. So congratulations. All right. Same thing as before. I have a screen over here where I can show you guys up close and impersonal swatches, and we can get down and dirty on the drawing table and find some shadows. I tried. I'm a stingy girl. Okay, so I tried to get it where I could pull in a picture. I can't, because I don't pay, because I'm a stingy kind of girl, but I can share my screen. And so we can take a look at the palette that I am going to dupe. And then I found some swatches. I did not find the author of the swatches, or the person who is swatching, swatched them, didn't have the name on it. So I apologize. I can't give credit where credit is due, but we will have some swatches when I share my screen here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and show you guys the... Oh, it doesn't have it. Of course not. Of course it wouldn't have it, because I checked everything and it was fine before. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Is this crazy looking or what? So all right. So we're going to be duping the vibes. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I can't even see my screen at this point, but it hopefully shows you guys the palette, maybe. I don't know. It's just crazy. Oh, thank you so much, Stephen, for that. It's a super chat, isn't it? Yay, thanks so much. So hopefully you guys can see a picture of the palette. That's like the best I can do. And we can maybe kind of toggle back and forth between that. And then also I have some swatches here to show you guys. This is not my arm or anything like that, but is it showing? Not very good. Like not even at all, hardly. No? Okay.
No, it shows the full screen.
But how do we get it to show what's in front? Oh, zoom in. Okay. So it's okay. Oh, not that one. This one? That wasn't it, babe. Hi. So my son's in the background. You can probably hear him. Yeah, it doesn't really make it any bigger. And then if I guess like we can, you know, zoom in that way. Does it look okay if I do it that way, Justin? So this one, it just gives it so you can edit it and stuff like that. That's okay. We can just look at some swatches here. So we're starting with the top row. I got my notes over here. And I think that one is white rice. And then next to it's brown rice. And then just looking at the swatches and just kind of looking over the palette, that green matte shadow is lettuce. And then below it is guac. Below that, that golden shade looks like corn salsa. And below that, looks like a duochrome. We'll have some fun with that. So mild salsa, and then maybe pinto beans. Maybe not. Maybe hot salsa. Not really sure. I'm not really sure how they did this. So they started backwards, and then they just kind of worked their way around in certain places, but I'm not 100% sure. It's okay. So yeah, we will start with lettuce, then we'll go into guac, corn salsa, mild salsa, pinto, black beans, white rice, brown rice, and then we'll go to the bottom row. Since it is kind of weird how it shows it. Yeah, let me zoom in. Sorry. There we go. Is that better? Just
hit that. That's what you're showing right there.
Dang.
So hit that button.
Sorry, guys.
Hit that button. Hit that button.
This button?
Yeah,
Okay.
hit that button.
This button right here?
That button right there.
This button right here.
Hit that button. And that one right there. Or no, that one right there.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Yeah, then it does that like whole vortexy tunnel. All right, guys, I am so sorry. Let's go ahead and get moving on to things. What's up? This one right here? Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm just going to go ahead and quit sharing it. I thought that might be a way. I tried to see about pulling in pictures, but unfortunately that is something that is like banners or layouts or something like that. They want you to pay. You know, I'm kind of stingy like that. I don't really want to pay. I don't really want to pay until I know all my options and things like that. So I'm going to go and remove that. Yeah, I'm stop sharing. Okay, so let's get started with the first shade in the palette. I'm going to take a look and I'm going to do lettuce. So let's go ahead and switch over here to the drawing board. And for lettuce, I thought we might take a look at some of the shades here in my Coastal Scents. I can't get Coastal Scents anymore. That's kind of a bummer. But I did want to look at maybe lime green. And then, oops. So I'll go ahead and take these away. I just had them there to kind of center things. So that's lime green. Then, actually, I picked out some shades on Sydney Grace's sale. I know there should have been a place to share the window. I had it when I was going through it, but then it's not there at the moment. So I don't want to, you know, keep you guys, but so to share just the window. Oh, perfect. Okay, so as long as you have those windows open, then you may share them. Oh, I know. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Oh, you really couldn't? That far? I wasn't that far away. Oh my goodness. I know. I don't make very good choices in life. And I'm getting reminded. So I'm using a cardioid mic instead of, well, among many. So anyways, yeah, and this is about the time of the day where I should probably either have another coffee or start drinking. And can you guys even see this? Can you guys even see this? Not really sure. Yes, yes, you can. Bam, baby. Bam, I got you. Okay, so there is the palette. Let me, can I just switch to one at a time? That way you guys aren't looking at like 3 different screens. That's fine. I'm just talking in terms of my audio. I'm just talking in terms of my audio. I'm sorry. Other life choices went really well, but this one didn't. Yeah, so this right here, this Sydney Gray shade, it's Meadow. And I think it's probably going to be the closest to the lettuce that we're looking for, but let's go ahead and get a swatch. Now, if I want, I'm going to have to learn how to do this left-handed. There we go. Oops. I don't know. I kind of think that looks fairly similar. Let me put up the swatches. So if I already have, there we go. Now we're just adding to it, right? To the complexity. And then, ooh, but I wanted to show the swatches. How do I show the swatches? There it is. Okay. Again, that's what we've got for a green shade. I'm thinking, actually it looks a little bit darker, but in the pan it looks so yellow. This is Evergreen right there. Do you guys want me to just keep it on these 3 screens like this, or do you want me to toggle back and forth like my ADHD brain wants to do and make all these really cool transitions and stuff like that? That looks too blue. I can already tell you that looks too blue. Yeah. Now, if I swatch Vibrant Lime Green, it's going to look a little bit lackluster. I can promise you that. But there you go. This actually looks a little bit more like the shade if it were just darker, right? What would we feel better with? Ooh, and then we've got this green here. This is Turtle Bay. I'm running out of room already. I should have switched over to my... Nope. See, again, that's still too green. Swatches and oh yeah, let me get that. Yeah, let me get myself off of there because I really don't need. See, there we go. Boom. How do you like that? That works really good. Okay. That's still too blue, and we really need an olive, don't you think? So we've got these, which actually Vibrant Lime Green is what's doing it for me. Let me see what else I've got. Makeup Geek. Ooh. So if we wanted to do like a different finish, then, you know, something like that. This one right here is just not worthless, but it's really cute when you get it to work. But, and then I think, yeah, that one's a blue-green as well. So I think we're kind of limited. And I know I didn't pick up anything. Luxie has, again, this is some of my Luxie shadows right here. This green, again, it's going to be way too, so this is Gremlin. It's going to be way too blue. I mean, it is amazing. Sorry, you guys didn't get to see the swatch, but it's an amazing formula as far as matte goes. So I highly recommend Luxie shadows in that regard, but I do not. Here, does that work a little bit better? I'm just like sticking my mic right on. I don't know. Here we go. So, but again, too blue. All right. You come back whenever you can, Stephen. Oh, but yeah, we might come back and visit some of these for some duochromes because it looks like the e.l.f. Chipotle palette had 2 duochromes in it. So, all right. So kind of looks like one or the other. I'm going to go with the Coastal Scents, and then I'm going to say if you don't have Coastal Scents, use the Sydney Grace Meadow. Oh, what about green and Jus? Oh, where's that? Here we go. What about that? Let's put them all in there. Looks a little dull. I gotta grab a wipe. And then I've got to have, whoopsie daisy. Sorry about that. And then I've got to have my little wipey thingy. I thought this one might be it, but I don't know. If I built it up, maybe. Yeah, I'm still thinking this top one right here. This one's going to be it. So that is probably what she be. Oh, you know what? I didn't even grab an empty palette, I don't think. That's okay. I've got this Makeup Geek one I can just remove some of the pans out of. You know what? Let's move on to the, how do I fix this so that it looks a little bigger? I just don't want to like move anything. All right. Oh, I didn't even see the first two up there on the swatches. That's okay. They don't go in order, but we, you know, we'll manage. We will manage. Okay. So then let's go ahead and do guac. And that's going to be the green shade that I think is, it's down a few. And I am actually going to go grab an empty palette. It's just literally right across the room, and also get my hands wiped off. Cool. All right. So yeah, that's kind of, okay. So if I want to share a different screen, then I just go into this one. Yeah, and if I want to share like the other picture, how do I do that? Oh, I bet. Oh, I got to stop the screen and then start the other one. Let's just leave it on the swatches. What do you guys will believe me, right? So the next one's going to be guac, and that's kind of like, let me go ahead and, there we go. So that's kind of like this shade over here. It's the one right next to it. It is green, but this one has like a green iridescent. Let me just, this one's going to work best if I already have a bend. And this is Glam Shop's ornament. So that would be nice. That could be something. I'm going to grab a couple of different ones for this. I also want to look through Devinah. So we'll just go ahead and open up that portfolio. I'm going to open up that can of worms and see if I've got anything. For that, I would think that since there's already 2 Duochromes, let's go ahead and save those for when we actually come up to them. And that is fajitas, and I think the other one might be like pinto beans or something like that. Let me see. Might be mild salsa or corn salsa. You know, I don't know, because the way that you have to do swatches, it like the order in which you do it can be kind of different. So we could look through some golds from, I know that I got some audience requests to use some more of my Makeup Geek. So I think something like this would be kind of cute. Of course, this doesn't really have much of a green shift. This is like a nice, yeah, that's completely gold. And we're doing the shade right below that green. Here, this is Pixie Dust. And that one actually looks like the one below it. Does it not? Should we keep it for that one? I think I might throw that out there for that one. But the one that it's actually a green and it's quite shimmery. So maybe go back into my Coastal Scents. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go back into my trusty Coastal Scents. That's just what I have. Something like this. This is Balsam. I remember this one being a really pretty one. Yeah, it's a little bit more blue, but nice option. Then we've got this one, I think, Sage Sensation. Ooh, that one looks really good. There we go. Now I hit it on the money. So I think I'm going to go with Sage Sensation unless somebody else disagrees with me. I think that one probably captures that vibe because if you go too blue, it's just not going to really work. I don't know how I'm even going to put these in the pan. So this one right here would be nice and cute for maybe that golden shade. But I'm thinking we don't want to go too textured. No, not that I'm aware of. I thought about contacting them, but I'm like, well, I'm like me and like 8 million other people want to know why they went out of business. So this is what I have to work with. I just don't buy a lot of greens that are shimmery. So, I mean, mental note to myself, you know, maybe that's what I could pick up. So while I'm kind of getting things back in order and switching over to the next one that I want to go into, which is going to be that golden shade. And I think I've already picked it out, but while I kind of get some of this stuff put away, I want to talk about some of the upcoming releases and how everybody feels about them. So I personally, I'm going to pick up the new Makeup Geek shadows and I'll be reviewing them. I did actually become a Makeup Geek affiliate, so I should be linked down below and you guys can check it out. Yeah, it should be linked down below and you guys can check it out. If you order anything off of Makeup Geek, they don't sell the rounds anymore, guys. They don't sell the rounds, but they are bringing back some of the OG fan favorites and things like that. So yeah, I'm an affiliate now, so I can make a commission off of that, which I'm super excited about. That is great. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. How do I put this back up? Boom. There we go. And we are looking for the shadow that is right below that golden one. And this appears to me to be a duochrome. So I'm going to grab some of my Devinah shadows and we can also take a look at some Luxie Beauty shadows to see if we've got a couple. Ooh, Tara Moon's fall collection. I have not seen Tara Moon's fall collection. When did they tease that for us? Okay, so here we are. So there's some Luxie. And then right below that, see, I just put stuff in, just, you know, willy-nilly. It's kind of like how my brain works, but, you know. Okay, so, yeah, we're going for the shade that's underneath that golden shade. And I believe, boy, that just doesn't make any sense to me. They have white rice and brown rice, and then they go into lettuce and then guac and what appears to be corn salsa, and then mild salsa would be the duochrome. So I feel like what we're looking for now is mild salsa. Oopsie daisy. Yeah. So I'm a little bit all over the place because this one's a little bit harder to, you know, because they're not all the same size. They're not all the same size. I don't know what to do. Okay. Yeah, so then this would this be down over here, maybe? Not really sure. Anyways, we're gonna look for the duochrome, and I think it's called Mild Salsa. So it is got that reddish undertone, then the golden duochrome flip. Actually, I do think I bought a Sydney Gray shadow recently, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch for you guys Centaurus real quick, just to give you kind of like why I think Devinah is probably just gonna be like overkill. And I probably don't have the light correct on this, but yeah, you can't even see it. Oh my gosh. I can see the flip, but it's not coming across camera at all. Yeah. I need to figure out how to do that. So let me try and see if this works. Oh, there we go. See that? Kind of. I think though, Stephen, this is really going to be overkill, and I bet you anything we can find another shadow. But let's go ahead and put it in for the sake of, you know, like duping the vibes. However, yeah, e.l.f. is more muted, but e.l.f. is not really known for their eyeshadow formula. I feel like they're very well-rounded, but well-rounded doesn't mean that they specialize in that. And Devinah is just very rock solid, like hyperbolic, excellent shadows. Just really, really excellent. Okay. Sydney Grace. Actually, I bought one of their I think it might be in the neutral shimmers here. It was a duochrome. Maybe it's in the colored shimmers then. Let's go ahead and check that out. And I feel like it's, so this is Mermaid. That's not it. But they have like a reddish brown with that kind of goldy green overtone to it. Would it be this? No, that's not. What is this shade though? Seize the Day. And then that's, I believe, Pear Tree, which that's green, nice and green. You know what? I wonder if I should have chose one of those for the green shade. Should I trade one in? I don't know. For this particular palette, we'll just do it this way. It'll be fine. Okay. Well, it was like a nice, and it was kind of a muted duochrome, really. It's probably in here. And it's not really a duochrome that you notice until this is hot stuff. Oh, I think this is the one right here. Sorry. There we go. Kind of like that. I don't know if you guys can see it. It is more muted. Let me switch. And you guys can see see how it's kind of duochromy? Maybe you can see it. I don't know. I kind of think that this would work a little bit better. And this one's Sydney Grace's Hot Stuff. Or do you think we should just like knock it out of the park with Devinah's Centaurus? Let me know what you think. I think, you know what, Stephen, let's go with Centaurus. Let's just knock it out of the water. And not even, you know, give it a second thought. So I'll put Hot Stuff back unless somebody's like, no, you should have used Hot Stuff. I object. You know, if I get one of those, then it's like, okay, yeah, cool. We'll go back to it. Oh my gosh, I did buy an espresso machine from Aldi. It works. It does the job. But am I going to rant and rave about it? No. I mean, that's what an espresso machine from Aldi's does. So, okay. We are ready to move forward. And I think we're just going to keep going down the line. So that orange shadow, we could use a multitude of different shades. I think it's kind of like a reddish orange. So I've got some Sydney Grace. I've been getting requests to use more Makeup Geek, so I'm kind of thinking I'll pull some of those shades out for us, and we can look at some of those. Let me pull out this one right here, and I really think we will probably. Yeah, I believe the orange is a matte. That's what I studied anyways from, when I did my little 15 minutes of studying. So I think something like this would be really good. It's not as vibrant. Again, Makeup Geek isn't really, so that's Morocco. That's what I thought. Morocco, maybe Chickadee. That's a little too macaroni and cheese. Maybe even something like this. Or is that too brown? Is it too brown? Let me know. Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit too brown, don't you think? Morocco is very well known in the Makeup Geek world. Yeah, that's not that vibrant. It's just not what I was looking for. Let me pull out some of my new Makeup Geek, the rebrand. Do we have anything here that's really vibrant orange? I feel like these are all a bit muted. All of them are. Am I wrong? This one might be. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this guy over. This one might be. This one might work. And this is, again, Morocco. Yep. And I've showed the difference there slight. This one's actually going to be more muted. So I wonder if something like this, and I think that's like Brick House or something like that. No, it's still not dark enough. Pumpkin orange, I agree. Okay, so Makeup Geek Round and Rebrand is going to get pushed to the side. Ooh, let me grab my Luxie shadows. I actually have, I think, an orange in there, and it's called Mesa. Here we are, sorry. All right. Okay, so we've got this one. This is macaroni and cheese, though, but let's swatch it just to be on the safe side. Yep, two macaroni and cheesy. And that one is Mesa. The other one that I have is right here, and this one seems to be winner, winner, chicken dinner. I can just tell by the swatches and by the shadow. This is probably going to be my closest option. This is habanero. No surprise. And that looks like the winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm going to go ahead and put that one in there. That's habanero. And that is going in for the shade Hot Salsa. So yeah, Hot Salsa. Right there. All right. I don't even know how to put these in. It would be on the bottom and this would be on the top, wouldn't it? But they're all. Okay, so that one's in for lettuce. The one below that, or the one beside that's guac. Then below that's that golden shade. Nope, Pixie Dust wasn't actually in there. No. How would I do this? What if I just did it in line with the actual swatches? But the swatches aren't in order either. So we could do this however we wanted to. We'll just, yeah, Pixie Dust wasn't one of them, was it? That was one that didn't make the cut. No, it did. It did make the cut, but I don't know where it is. Something kind of similar like that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Help! I didn't think about that. Okay, next up, we've got it looks like a coppery, shimmery shade right below that matte pumpkin orange shade. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. And then we'll go at the very end, we'll do the top two because those are actually at the end of the palette in real life. I wonder who swatched all these. I don't know. I wish I could give them credit. But anyways, moving along, we're going to do that nice coppery shade. So a couple options. We could again go with Sydney Grace. Luxie actually has, I thought that they had like a nice copper. Maybe it's this one. Oh, jammed my finger right in there. Clean up on aisle 6, folks. Okay. I thought it was kind of, yeah, and it was called Latte though. Yeah, there it is. That's not going to work. I don't think so anyways. Let me just, yeah, that's like too pretty. That's not going to work. Let's see. What else? I'm thinking, you know, when in doubt, let's pull some Sydney Grace out. I'm seeing, so copper, something like one of these two. Let's just do it. This one's the one below. That one looks really pretty. It's a little bit darker. Ooh, what about that? That one's kind of red. I feel like these are too reddish toned and not orange enough. Actually, I would say this one would probably work, which is Desert Sun. Desert Sun right there. So, Desert Sun. I think so. I think let's do that. This must not be the time of day where I function like a human being or something, because I'm just like all over the place. So we'll stick it kind of like right down in there. And that's kind of the palette. Oh my goodness, how many shades do we have to go? You know, when you're like in class, you're like, how many more questions on this test? I'm already like spending too much time. Next one. Here we are. Below that one is going to be a matte brown sienna. So we could do Luxie. You know what? Let's pull out some more Makeup Geek. Let's do a rebrand. Let's make this like look nice and organic and different shades and colors. I'm thinking that there's got to be something in here. Ooh, what about this one? This one right here. What is this? Cheetah Bear. Y'all know the story behind Cheetah Bear, don't you? Not a good one. Oh, did I get that or did I get that like right away? I think that's pretty spot on. Now, the only thing would be just a smidge lighter, but I think honestly, if you shared it out just a little bit, it'd be fine. I'm gonna have to say that was a good pick on my part. This is the part of the test where you're like, oh yeah, that was why. That was why. It's because of that. And I believe that was pinto beans that we went for. Okay, next one is going to be a shimmery bronze. Not so much copper, maybe bronze. Is that what we're looking at? Kind of something like that. Yeah, just a little bit like that. So this one, okay, this is the Monarch. These aren't available anymore. That's a duochrome, I believe. Ooh, is that like spongy? Is that like spongy or what? No, I'm going to veto that one. Okay, let's move into some, we've got some Sydney Grace, we've got a Coastal Scents shadow in here, we've got some Makeup Geek. What do we feel about, I don't think I have. any Terra Moons that would actually look good. I think all of, see, I don't have a whole lot of Terra Moons, but you know what? This one right here, like, tell me that would make a very good duochrome for that fajita shade. One of those be like fajita. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Let's see. I'm feeling like Coastal Scents might not be. I do have a couple of shadows of ABH that. No, that's too brown. Sorry, I like. I want to see, and then as soon as I pull it over. Yes, I like Terra Moons. They don't stay on my lids. I love the formula. I love everything about them, but for some reason whatever binding agent they use, the oils from my skin breaks them down. So I can't actually use them. They won't stay on my lids very long, but I like them. I mean, let's go back to some Makeup Geek because they're a rock solid group, you know. What about this shade? Oh, what about that shade? That shade looks good. No, that's too champagne-y. Okay. This one. Okay, this one up here. This one's going to be difficult because you want to get it so that it's not orange. You want to get it so it's orange and not red. So that one's red. I bet you I have this one in square. Yeah, that's Legend. All right, let's go to Neutral Shimmers, Cindy Grace. Okay, that's going to be what saves me. So we could do Bronze to Perfection as soon as I wipe off my arm. So we could do Bronze to Perfection. This one here might be a little bit too, again, hot stuff, but that's a duochrome, so we don't want that. But take a look, see what we've got. Do I need a Red Bull? Yeah, I only had like half a pot of coffee this morning. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely like time that I start wearing down for the day. So I think I'm going to choose this one, folks. Because I need it to be more yellow. It is way, way too shimmery, though. This would be like on steroids. But let's do that. What do you think so far? I don't know. Because the thing is you don't want this shade to compete with this shade right here. You don't want them to be the exact same. So you want this to be a definite red undertone. You want this to be a definite like orange, yellowy undertone. You know what I'm saying? Like one needs to be like almost a golden shade and one needs to be a red shade. So, all right. Moving right along. Dark brown. Okay, any dark brown. I'm sorry, any dark brown will do. We'll go back to Cindy Grace, or excuse me, Makeup Geek, and you know, like this one, as far as I'm concerned, could probably work. Actually, I think in that regard, it's dark roast. What about this one? Oh yeah, that one's really nice. But this swatch looks like it has some red in it. So if it wasn't dark roast, then it would probably need to be something red brown, like this shade right here. That is Cabin Fever. Yeah, I agree. Some red. So some red undertone. Some of these shades, like, that's not even, that swatch is horrible, but they work really well. I have some Anastasia shades that cost, you know, for one shadow, the same price you would have paid for the e.l.f. Chipotle if anybody could have actually gotten a hold of it. No, that one actually could have probably duped that shade up to for the map. It's actually like, it's kind of difficult for me to, it's like kind of difficult for me to talk through and try to swatch and try to watch what I'm swatching to make sure that everything is like going okay. and everything looks kosher. So that's where I have the most difficulties, to be like 100% honest. We will keep on rolling. I'm actually going to probably hit up my Sydney Grace again and go over to them to see what I've got as far as some neutral brown mattes, because Sydney Grace has some awesome browns that are warm. Awesome browns that are warm. There we go. That's Luke C. There we go. I think it actually is in the colored mattes. Yeah. So something like this maybe, or is that too reddish? Yeah, that's too red. Oh, thank you. I feel like I probably work better. Here we go. So maybe this brown. Ooh, that one looks pretty good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. I don't know. I think that one on the bottom here, which is dark chocolate. I think that one's probably going to be it for me. Unless we wanted to go with chocolate raspberry fudge, which is just, to me, it's a little bit warmer. I don't know. Well, what do you think? No, I think this one, which is dark chocolate. We'll go with that. Unless you think that the other one should be it. We can put that one in too. I'm going to sneak a peek at the palette one more time. Yeah, they are actually next to each other, but they're on top. And this one here needs to go like on the bottom. And then this one's in place of pinto beans. And that one, the one that we just did was black beans. Okay, so by process of elimination, we've got this shadow second from the bottom, and that is, I think we need like a deep, warm leather brown. Okay, so that one's not it. This one's not it. That's what you're trying to say kindly, huh? It is a bit cooler, isn't it? But then we've also got, remember, we've also got this warm red, you know, pinto beans from Cheetah Bear. And it's nice and warm and brown. And so when we add this one in, this will add a little bit of depth. Do you want to put the chocolate raspberry fudge in? Because I can do it. I just feel like you're not going to get that. Oh, I just don't think you're going to get the depth that you want from this. And really, the pinto beans is your darkening shade. Like that's your almost black. Almost black shade. So, okay, let's have some fun, guys. Are you guys ready to have some fun? Let's choose the second duochrome. I think I'm going to go with Devinah on this one. Luxie Beauty, really, really, really good. Nothing wrong. But Devinah, oh wait, no, Terra Moons. Here we are, Terra Moons. Okay, so we're going to amp it up. It is your traditional, I say traditional, but the duochrome is warm, reddish purple undertone, and then like a blue. Yeah, Natasha Denona does make some pretty rich shades, and they're really difficult to dupe using Sydney Grace. Now, Makeup Geek was there, but I think the formula just isn't quite, it just doesn't make for a really, really strong, you know, swatch or, you know, a strong like pigmentation like what we're seeing nowadays from Natasha Denona. So I'm going to keep that mirror out. This is the shade Terra Borealis. In the pan, you can see the switch right there. The flip, excuse me, the flip. This is like the money shot, folks. And it is not going to pick up on camera because I think my camera lighting isn't too great there. So here we go. There it is. Kind of can see it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that. I think this one would probably be my pick, would be Terra Borealis from Terra Moons. We can also look at Interstellar, which is also, again, that traditional kind of mauvey purple undertone, and then the teal blue on top. So let's swatch that really quickly. And then I'll show it to you guys on camera. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the flip a little better there. I don't have my lighting as good. Don't have my lighting as good. So here it is. Highlighter. Yeah, it doesn't shadow anything. It takes stage. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Interstellar is a little bit darker, but it still has a really nice. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with that one. I think that's the one I'm going to go with. Now, if I was going to do Devinah, it would probably have to be Messier, or I don't know if it's Cream Puff Cuddles. Is that the one? We can look at them. Let's just look at them because this is where the fun is. Let's go back to it. Okay. So you've got this shadow right here. That's kind of got that duochrome. And yeah, this one's okay. Bye, Steven. So this is Messier. Again, kind of that same warm undertone red with the teal green shift. Then you could do, what's this one? This is Asteria. I think this one would give it a red. Yeah, this one gives it a red shift. So it's kind of the opposite. It's like a blue base. It's not actually. See it? See it? Hi, Heather. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Asteria. Let me show you this. There we go. It's the top or the bottom two right there. You can see them, but they're all very similar. So Messier, kind of got that blue. It's the nice lavender taupe. Now, not taupey, but it's like a pinky purple undertone. Then it's got that blue. It's one of my favorite duochromes. Anytime I see it in mainstream cosmetics, like palettes, I'm always like, oh yeah, I want to get it just to compare that formula with some of like the top dog indie brands that are out there. And I wonder if Skyla would be another one, because again, I'm seeing the purple undertone base. It's a base with the blue teal shift. Yeah, there you go. And then sheer it out a little bit. There you can see it really well. And that is Skyla. That would also be another great dupe if you guys own any Devinah. What was this? Yeah, that was Messier. And Thalassic is also, again, looking really, really close. This one might be more of the green shift, not so much the blue, but let's watch it. Just because this is kind of like, yeah, this is more of the red with the green on top. But again, nonetheless, would be very pretty. It would kind of go with the reds, the red mattes, and then you put that over the top. So I decided to go with, whoopsie daisy, in my palette here. Yeah, let's do that. In my palette here, I decided to go with Terra Moon's Terra Borealis. All right, now we're going to walk back up to the very two top shades here in the palette. And this, I believe, is, they call this white rice and brown rice. And these, to me, not show-stopping. Not show-stopping enough to, like, really say too much about. So I would just, you know, if it were me, I would just take, okay, this shade right here, this is Hidden Treasures. That looks a little bit too extreme, to be honest with you. Maybe something like this. When you get into these juicy swatches like this, you have to, like, wipe off immediately. That one looks, oh yeah, that one looks like the very top one, which I believe is white rice. So here we go. Elegance for white rice. And then brown rice just looks like the same level of saturation, but maybe in like a beige form. So we'll put that down here at the end. And then I think, to be honest, you could probably get that from like Coastal Scents. You could get it from Colourpop. You could get it from, I wonder if any of these, no, those are my blues. These are the reds. And these are my Glam Shops. Ooh, I wonder if we could have some fun and make it like this Glam Shop shade right here, which I don't know the name of, but I'm going to go ahead and put it. Can you read it now? I'll give you guys a nice juicy swatch of that right there. I really think that looks good, don't you? Ooh, it's a little bit paler. It's a little bit more like yellow, but I don't know. I kind of like it. What do you think? This one? Okay. And that is my dupe palette for the e.l.f. x Chipotle collaboration. So thank you guys. I'm sorry this took so long. And I do apologize if you are catching me on the replay audience, then make sure to skip ahead a little bit because I did have some audio issues. Or if you wanted to kind of jump back and forth to see what I chose for some of the shadows, just make sure I do eventually get audio. So as always, if you haven't already, homework, subscribe to my channel down below. And I think that's it for this week. Thanks so much, guys. I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Oh yeah, next video is getting edited. I'm gonna be duping the vibes of the It's a Mood palette by Colourpop, so be in tune for that. If you guys don't already, flip on your notifications, because I am not one of those people that, oh yeah, I'm going to launch it Monday at 4 o'clock every week. That's not really, I'm still too much in the beta phase to know like when a good time is for everybody else. So I just kind of just launch them as they get done, and I feel like would be a good time. So as always, if you want to catch the latest episode, just make sure you have your notifications turned on. Like this on your way out if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next stream and video. Bye.